to Flex Candle, where we read the candles and flex the moves. I'm Flex, and today we're diving into a full top-down analysis on Bitcoin. We're going to start from the higher time frames, work our way down to the lower time frames, and check to see if we find any good setups. Now remember, this is not financial advice, and I'm not a financial advisor. Alright, currently it's about 6:35 p.m. Eastern Time. The price of Bitcoin is at 113,271. And starting off here with the weekly chart, we could see that so far, we still have 5 days and 2 hours before this candle closes, but it's not looking good. I told you after this topping tail kind of candle here, it looks like we might get more sideways or even downward action. And so far that is happening. The 21 moving average is at 105,256. If you guys see this pattern that I drew here in this other chart, I was saying it's possible we start doing kind of like a falling wedge and wait for the 21 moving average to catch up to price range. And now that kind of looks like that's a possibility here. So that means that we might have a couple more weeks of downside and then maybe we could make it back up. That's one scenario. These 2 wicks here are horrible. This means that we couldn't get above here. So the only way is to go down now if we can't go up. Stochastics, any curve that we had, it's already on the way down. The stochastics RSI also showing the bearish divergence. Look at the RSI is pointing down. So it looks like we might be having more downside. Hopefully 110 will hold and we could just wait for the 21 moving average to catch up. And then from there we can make it back up. We see the other charts on the 6-day, no curvature anymore. On the way down, we're getting close to this 21 moving average. On the 5-day, I thought there would be some curvature. Nope, we're curving back down. Red engulfing candle, 4 days and 2 hours before this one closes. 21 moving average is at 111,425. We're about to touch it there. On the 4-day chart, there was curvature before. Nope, falling down. On the 3-day chart, we lost the 21 moving average. We have an hour and 23 minutes before this candle closes. This is going to be very important to look at 8 p.m. Eastern time to see where this closes. If you see the stochastics, they never were able to make it up. They're starting to roll over. This right here you can see is an M pattern. This is a double top. You take the measured move of this and you bring it down. This kind of shows like we could possibly, let's see what the measured move of this would be. So that kind of looks like it would take you to about the 50-day moving average, which is like around 103,000. So this is a big possibility here. On the 2-day chart, we already rolled over in the stochastics. We lost the 21. We're going already for the 50 moving average, and that's at 111.80. Again, double top. Kind of looks like a M pattern. You could even say that this kind of looks like Adam and Eve, like a inverted Adam and Eve here, which is also a bearish pattern. Now on the daily chart, stochastics are on the way down. We reached the dotted line on the bottom here, but we could still be here for a long time dragging. Look what happened here previously. We stayed here, so that could happen here, and then we could go up probably by in a week or two. This definitely does not look good. This red engulfing candle, we've been red ever since then. We lost the 21 moving average. I was hoping we were able to hold on to the 50 moving average, but look at this. We lost it completely, and we basically went to the 80 moving average, which is at 112,061. Now I did have a speculation that this could possibly be an inverted head and shoulder, left shoulder, head, and now we could be making the right shoulder. We haven't lost the head yet. As you can see, there's a little gap there, and if we go lower than the 80 moving average, then that will negate that theory of the inverted head and shoulder. This kind of does look like some type of a double top. It is possible that we could be heading down here. Probably lose the 80, probably lose the 100. Hopefully we do not test this 200 moving average. That's going to be very, very bearish. 22-hour chart might save us. The stochastics here, as you can see, are low, but it looks like we could be headed to the 200 moving average is at 110,867. So maybe we come down, we touch the 200 moving average, and then the 22-hour chart could start making us head back up, and maybe we could get back towards this 21 moving average at 118. Maybe by the time we reach it, it's like 115, 116. Now what's good here is that the RSI is low and the stochastic RSI is low, so that gives me the confidence that maybe we could make a bounce up from this like 110, 111 area. 12-hour chart, stochastics are low as well, so that's pretty good. The 10-hour chart, stochastics are low, but then look what happened here. We rolled over. This is the thing, that just because stochastics are low doesn't necessarily mean we're guaranteed to go up. Right here we're rolling over, and we could still drag here for a little bit. So, and as you can see, we're testing the 200 moving average. If we lose this 200 moving average, which is at 113.198, the next one is the 12 hour at 110.884. You lose that, the 22 hour is at 110.867, pretty much the same. And then the next logical one is going to be the daily, and that's at 100,387. Can you imagine Bitcoin back at 100,000? That would be crazy after this big pump. That will be like 30% loss, 25% loss almost. Now let's see the 8-hour chart, the stochastics also dipping over. The 6-hour, we're rolling over. We lost the 200 moving average. On the 4-hour chart, you guys already know, if we lose a 200 moving average, I have to be bearish. Right now I'm bearish. I believe we're going to go at least to 111, 110, and then see what happens from there. The only thing that's good is that we're low on the stochastics. Maybe we could make it back up. Maybe something that could get us out of this gutter is inverted head and shoulder. Left shoulder, maybe we're making the head now. We test the 21 moving average. We come back down, make a right shoulder, and then all of a sudden, boom, we pop back up. That's possible. It's happened before. Look what happened here. I have this in a flag. We're going straight. All of a sudden, we lose it. We lose a 200. We do that beautiful double bottom cup and handle play. We come back up into the flag, and now we're losing it. Now, I was telling you guys, we cannot afford to go below this low, because this was a double bottom that brought us back up. We could test this and make a bigger double bottom, which will be fine, but we technically cannot go lower than about 111,950, I would say. If we go lower than that, then that opens up to the door to go down to about 110. So it's very important that we start coming back up, and possibly with the stochastics being this low, it's a possibility. Going through all the time frames today, because we have to see what could help us get out of this downward motion that's happening right now in Bitcoin. 3-hour chart still has room to continue going down. 2-hour chart as well. The 1-hour chart is on the way up, it looks like. Maybe this we could have some type of complex inverted head and shoulder here. 21 moving average is at 114.474. We need to get above this 21 moving average immediately and start making our way back up to the 200 and possibly break it if we want more upside and we want the bulls to do something. 45-minute chart is not looking too good. Look at this curvature. It looks like we're about to roll over. That's not looking good to me here. On the 30-minute chart, we're toppy. So we might touch 21, get rejected, and then continue to go down. And the 15-minute chart, we are already on the way down. As you can see, we tested the 21, we got above, and now we're losing it. We can't get back above. I'm probably going to end up seeing more downside, guys. So one thing that I would want you guys to do is come back and check at 8 p.m. Eastern time how this candle closed. Maybe we could get some type of reversal back up. That'll be best case scenario. If not, hopefully tomorrow we start coming back up. These stochastics are reset, like what happened here on the 22-hour chart. They kind of reset here, and maybe we could make a move back up, try to touch that 21 moving average again, 116,651. All right, guys, so that's the breakdown pretty much right now. I still see us in this range of 110 to 120. If we break 110, then you have to be open to the idea we might touch 105, 102. You touch that, you have to be open to the idea you might touch 100. You touch that, we could get into the 90s and then into the 80s. So we have to be prepared for all of that. All right, guys, so that's the breakdown. If this gave you clarity or a setup to watch, do me a favor, like, drop a comment, subscribe. And if you have a stock or crypto you want me to go over, drop it in the comment section. This is Flex Candle, where we read the candles and flex the move. Catch you on the next chart.